Okay, everybody, what a chaotic day. It is unfolding in real time. But now this is turning into a chaotic mess. The back and forth between Elon and Trump has now escalated to the highest possible ability.
He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Elon then drops the thermonuclear bomb. He drops the bomb that broke the internet. That this is exactly what the media and the Democrats have always wanted. The stoking of this feud, this kind of continuation of this narrative. When you have two titans, two alphas that are kind of going back and forth with one another, it is understandable, it is very normal that neither is going to bend the knee.
What happens when the most powerful political outsider collides with the richest tech disruptor on Earth? A full-blown war between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, two giants too big to share the spotlight. It started when Musk arrogantly took credit for Trump's political comeback in 2024. Trump retaliated by gutting the EV policies that once made Tesla untouchable. Then came the nuclear strike, Musk hinting Trump's name might be buried in the Epstein files. But this isn't just about personal vendettas. It's the unraveling of a populist empire from the top down. Power, pride, and paranoia now threaten to scorch everything in their path. The media cheers, the elites grin, and the movement, it's on the brink of civil war.
Back and forth. So it started with Elon Musk saying, quote, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. The Democrats would control the House and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude." That's a complicated statement by Elon. He basically saying that because of him, we won the 2024 election. Now, he played a role, for sure. Turning Point played a role. This was President Trump's victory. Let's be honest, he is the one why people showed up by the millions to go and vote for him. It's because of President Donald Trump, who got shot in Butler, Pennsylvania, that he was able to outperform the polls again. So then it prompted President Donald Trump to respond, quote, "Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his electric vehicle mandate. That forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy." Donald Trump continued, quote, "The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it." And then Elon responded to a tweet from Laura Loomer back and forth saying, quote, "Oh, and some food for thought as they ponder this question. Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for 40 plus years. We're talking right now." Elon Musk says, quote, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out." President Donald Trump had an adversarial relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. The idea that now, 10 years after President Trump went down the golden escalator, all of a sudden there's going to be a new, previously not known, terrible allegation against President Trump, the guy that was sued into oblivion by E. Jean Carroll and Stormy Daniels. Now, 10 years later, we're supposed to believe that there's going to be a smoking gun of something in the Epstein files. Yes, President Donald Trump is probably mentioned. He was mentioned in the Epstein file dump back in February. You know why? He lived in Palm Beach. There's probably thousands of names in the Epstein files. Was he part of the Epstein client list? Absolutely not. That is complete nonsense. Elon Musk then sends another tweet about how he says, "This just gets better and better. Go ahead and make my day," about ending the International Space Station and providing no safe way to deorbit. And then Elon Musk responds to a truth from Donald Trump saying, "Such an obvious lie, so sad. I wish this would all be handled privately. I wish greatly this would all be handled behind closed doors." But to say that Donald Trump is not releasing the Epstein files because he's in them in some incriminating way, yes, it's very clear that if you live in Palm Beach, you might have been mentioned and caught up in some sort of conversation with Jeffrey Epstein. There is zero chance whatsoever on any planet anytime soon that we're supposed to believe that all of a sudden, after 10 years, they finally got Donald Trump because he's listed in the Epstein files. Now, Elon Musk is coming hard after Donald Trump. He's also threatening to start a third party. He's saying, quote, "Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle, and the vast majority of people are saying yes. There is really no way to sugarcoat it. This is a mess. This is a pile of garbage. But honestly, in some ways, if you look at it at its fundamental core, it's not going to be a movement breaker. A month from now, we probably won't be talking about this. 2 months from now, this is largely just heightened tensions and a lot of passions and emotions, and there's a waxing and a waning that comes forward between Elon and Donald Trump. But we must also be very clear. It's President Trump who won the election. He's the one that got elected. While we're thankful for what Elon did when the chips were down, Elon Musk did not win the election. He was not on the ballot. And Elon Musk is worth $420 billion. Tesla, by the way, is down over $100 billion in market cap. And just to think that this is all because of the big, beautiful bill. I think it's actually deeper than that. I think it's much more fundamental. It's really the question of who is the president of the United States and who did the people elect. Only plays into the New York Times, plays into CNN, and plays into the opposition's playbook. So it's just not true. It is just a heightened food fight between the world's wealthiest man and the world's richest man. President Donald Trump has been doing this for 10 years. He has been in the arena. He's been in the trenches. He has been fighting with grit and fortitude and everything possibly thrown at him. Elon's been in the fight for Western civilization for a couple years, and he's been in the political fight for about 10 months.
In this video, Charlie Kirk firmly lays out the clash between Trump and Elon Musk, framing it as a battle of egos that threatens the populist movement. Personally, I think that while Kirk tries to defend Trump, he ends up softening the reality too much. We can't ignore the fact that both Trump and Elon are fueling a public feud that ultimately benefits the establishment. It's troubling to see personal interests take precedence over a shared cause. I hope they come to their senses, because if this vanity war doesn't stop, they risk destroying far more than their reputations. They could shatter their own legacy.